Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So here is the 17th lecture of pericyclic chemistry, and today we are going to discuss Woodward-Hoffmann correlation diagram for cycloaddition reactions. So in today's lecture, what we are going to do is that we have two parts for in this lecture. One of them is like we have to discuss the correlation diagrams of cycloaddition reaction. To understand the correlation diagrams, or you can say to draw the correlation diagrams for cycloaddition reaction, we have to go through from the orbital symmetries, and then we shall have an example of 4+2 cycloaddition reaction. Basically, when we are going to understand orbital symmetries, then we are taking example of 2+2 cycloaddition. So these correlation diagrams you can easily like take examples of 2+2 as well as 4+2 cycloaddition reaction, and then after that we are going to use Woodward-Hoffmann rules of cycloaddition reactions and apply them on both of these 4+2 cycloaddition and 2+2 cycloaddition. And you already know that we have many other cycloaddition reactions too, but these are the two basic like very important or significant cycloaddition reactions. So we are taking their examples to understand the Woodward-Hoffmann rules for the correlation diagrams in cycloaddition reactions. Starting from the correlation diagrams in case of cycloaddition reactions, we are going to take the first example of 2+2 cycloaddition reaction. So for this 2+2 cycloaddition reaction, we are taking example of two ethylene molecules reacting together to form cyclobutane. So these two ethylene molecules we have like it's a 2 pi electronic system. There are 2 pi electronic systems here. So these two molecules react together to form a cyclobutane that doesn't have any pi system here, but it does contain sigma bonds that are converted from this pi electronic system. So these two molecules they approach each other vertically, and approach is superficial. So this thing that why they approach vertically, we already discussed in previous lecture, that for a better overlap they have to approach vertically, and why there is only superficial interaction. This thing I told you that we shall discuss this thing in the coming lecture. So today we are going to understand that why it has to be superficial interaction. Talking about the symmetry elements here, so when we place these two molecules here, and then we consider that the mirror plane symmetry element, that is this system contains both vertical as well as horizontal plane of symmetry. Basically, if you remember that what is horizontal or vertical plane of symmetry, that is these planes are defined by their alignment according to with respect to axis of symmetry. If the plane dividing the molecule into two equal halves, it is parallel or parallel to the axis of symmetry, then we say it is horizontal plane of symmetry. And if it is perpendicular to the axis of symmetry, then we say that it is vertical plane of symmetry. Just like ethylene molecule, the line connecting the two molecules, it is basically axis of symmetry here. So it is C2 axis is here. So in this case, if we divide the molecules perpendicular to this line of joining the two nuclei, then we call it as vertical plane of symmetry, or sigma V. Basically, sigma h, that is a horizontal plane of symmetry, it always has to be perpendicular to sigma h. And then in this case, we are going to denote these sigma V and sigma h as 1 and 2. So these are just random designations. So what we are going to do here, we are going to use these orbital characteristics of orbitals to draw the correlation diagrams for the conversion of ethylene molecules to cyclobutane. These orbital symmetry arguments, you can say that this kind of discussion, they can help us very much to predict that how concertedness of cycloaddition reaction is done. You can say that why it has to be superficial. So this system we are going to discuss pi to s and plus pi to s cycloaddition. So they like molecules, they approach each other in parallel planes, approaching each other vertically. So once the cyclobutane molecule is formed, in this molecule, if you see that first of all we have sigma h and sigma v in case of ethylene molecules. But when we talk about cyclobutane, so all these sides are equivalent for us. So now we can say that if we talk about one side, it is sigma h, and if we talk about the other side, it is sigma v. But why they have written the same, like the line connecting the 2 points, you can say the line dividing the molecule into 2 equal halves. On one side they have wrote sigma v, and on the other side they have wrote sigma h. It's because of the reason that in this case ethylene molecule is like equivalent if we approach it from either side. So this sigma h and sigma v are equivalent here, so we can designate either side as sigma h and sigma v. In any case, they shall be perpendicular to each other. So when we talk about the correlation diagrams for these, like conversion of to ethylene molecules to cyclobutane, and what we do is here is that we consider the like you can say pi orbitals in case of ethylene molecules. And when we talk about cyclobutane, then we have to consider the sigma like sigma bond or sigma orbitals here. So in the A like diagram, as you can see the schematic, it shows it or it designates or it illustrates ethylene molecules, molecular orbital. And then when we talk about B, then in case of B, it is basically it representing cyclobutane molecule. So we are going, how we are going to study the like wave function or the molecular orbitals here. We consider two ethylene molecules interacting together. So one is basically sigma h and two is basically sigma 2, sigma h. One is sigma v and two is sigma h here. The two ethylene molecules are placed in close proximity. So we have to consider, because in ethylene molecules there are two like you can say that molecular orbitals are here. We have psi 1 or psi 2 basically. If we talk about the molecular orbitals of ethylene molecule itself, we are talking about just one molecule here. So in this one molecule we have two molecular orbitals. One was like pi 1 and one the other is pi star. So in that case, in like pi 1 we have two p orbitals that have similar lobes on one side, and in pi 2 we have opposite pi 2, or you can say pi star, we have different lobes on the same side. So first we are going to consider pi 1 for the psi 1 square of this ethylene molecule interactions. So why we have written is psi 1 square here, because this is not like molecular orbital of one ethylene molecule here. So we are considering a system where two ethylene molecules are interacting together. So in this case we have written it as psi 1 square. So this is not the molecular orbital of one ethylene molecule, rather we have two ethylene molecules interacting together through their pi 1 system. So pi 1 system in this case can interact in two ways. One is that they interact in supra. The supra, you know that the similar sides like lobes, p orbital lobes interact together from the same side. So in this case, that is the psi 1 square. These two lobes, they interact in suprafacial fashion. So one thing is there, and then we have again this pi, like we are going to consider pi molecular orbital of ethylene molecule, and then again the same molecular orbital interacts, but the difference comes that we have one orbit two like one set is interacting in supra way and the other set is interacting in anterafacial way. So we have these two pi 1 square and pi 2 square generated from the pi orbitals of ethylene molecules. And in the next, that is the psi 3 star, you can say basically it is also psi 3 square, but we are using star designation to denote the anti-bonding interaction. So here this orbital is generated from like pi star of ethylene molecule. So again, if we consider the molecular orbital diagram of one ethylene here, then the signs are there basically opposite to each other. So in this case again we have one supra interaction and one antera interaction. So be it supra interaction or entire interaction or entire interaction or supra interaction. So basically they come in the middle. So when we talk about the psi4 star, then we have it here like in this case we have interfacial interaction. So this is how we close the like you can say the these interactions of like p orbitals of two ethylene molecules together, and consider the sigma you can say the symmetry of like elements of these like sigma h and sigma v for these ethylene molecule interaction. So why it is important to consider the like supra entera and terra supra entera interactions here? Because this is how we are going to see that how the energy of the system is minimized here. Because in this case, if we talk about supra interaction, the like you can say the interactions are basically constructive here. And again, if you talk about the supra interaction and then entera interaction, so in this case we have like the next there shall be like in this case we have one node here. In case of entera interaction and then supra interaction, we have two nodes here. Because if you think that in first case all positive lobes like psi1 square, positive lobe is interacting with positive and positive is interacting with another positive. But if you talk about psi2 square, then in here supra interactions means that positive and negative lobes are interacting. It means there is a node here. In case of entera interaction, there is no node. So it means that psi2 square has one node. But if you talk about psi3 square, it means that entera interaction there is a one node, and in case of supra interaction there is another node. So it means that psi3 star has two nodes here. So in case of psi4 star, if it is entera interaction, it means that we have one node and another node here. So it means that we have another like higher nodes here. Like in here there shall be three nodes here, because one node is in between the nuclei too. So this is how we like arrange the molecules in the you can say that and according to energy level. So we have to consider the interaction with respect to the increasing energy. So it means that the order of energy increasing, you can say that when we arrange these interactions according to the increasing energy, then we start from psi1 square and then go to psi2 square, psi3 star and psi4 star in case of you say ethylene molecules. So let's talk about the similar arrangement for these cyclobutane molecules. So in cyclobutane molecules, at first we considered psi1 system for the interaction of ethylene molecules, but in here we have cyclobutane here, so we have to consider the sigma bonds here. So how we are going to arrange these sigma bonds? Because in this case again we are using the same orbital arrangement that we used in ethylene molecules. That is, we start from the pi1 pi like our pi system, and then we go to the pi star system. And then in this case again, when we talk about the arrangement of these orbitals, then we have to consider the suprafacial and parafacial suprafacial, these kind of interaction. But we have to arrange them in this way that we go from 0 node to 1 and then 2 and 3, like this kind of system. So first, if we talk about the psi1 square sigma 1 square type of system, where there shall be no node present. So in this case it means that there shall be suprafacial interaction. But when we talk about the next diagram that we have here, is that these orbitals are arranged in such way, like if you talk about the other systems drawn from the like sigma 3 star is basically the one that is drawn from the pi 1 system of ethylene molecule. So in this case, if we talk about this system, then we have we have suprafacial and parafacial interaction here. So why this is like placed at the third level, not the second level here? Because if we talk about the orbital interaction, so in this case suprafacial interaction makes one node here, and then interfacial interaction faces another node. So it means that its energy should be higher than the psi2 square, because in psi2 square there is one node present. Like we interact these molecules as through interfacial way and then suprafacial way. It means that according to Intera there shall be one node, and suprafacial interaction there shall be no node. So it means that psi1 square has 0 node, psi2 square has one node present, but this one is formed from the like the initial orbital arrangement is basically from the pi star of ethylene molecules. So in sigma 3 star we have already discussed, it is drawn from the you can say that pi orbitals of ethylene molecules, and after suprafacial interaction and interfacial interaction we get this sigma 3 star, and then after that in sigma 4 star they are again interfacial interaction, and then it comes at the other side of the end of these energy level. So it means that we have these like correlations, or you can say the arrangement of these energy levels from pi 1 scale to pi 4 scale. So now we have arranged these like if we draw the correlation diagram for the cycloaddition of ethylene molecules, then we can place two ethylene molecules converting to cyclobutane and place the orbitals there, and then you start from sigma 1, sigma 2, sigma 3 star, and then sigma 4 star. But the arrangement in this case that we say that more will be the symmetry in the system, less will be the energy of the system for pi as well as sigma orbitals. It means that energy of pi system is as follows in increasing order, that is SS, SA, AS, and then AA. But for sigma 1 the increasing order is like SS, AS, SA, and AE. So it means that I mean, in addition to note the other important thing deciding the energy of the system for this case is the symmetry of these orbitals, like how much they are symmetrical with respect to each other. The more the symmetry, the less with the energy of the system. So in this case when we arrange these orbitals, then we start from one side to another side, that is the two ethylene molecules to cyclobutane molecule. So when we correlate these orbitals, then from supra interaction we can correlate in sigma 1, that is psi 1 is correlated with sigma 1. But when we talk about supra interfacial interaction, we start from the sigma 2 and end up in sigma 3 star, or we start from the sigma 3 star and end up in sigma 2. So because the orbital symmetries have to be maintained. So what we infer from, you can say that conclude from these type of like correlations, but we say that the ground state orbital of ethylene molecules, they correlated with the excited state of cyclobutane. Like in this case we have psi 2 square and psi 1 square, psi 2 square, it converts into psi 1 square into and psi 3 square star square. So it means that the ground states, that is psi 1, psi 2, they interacted with the excited state, that is the sigma 3 star. So this is how the molecules are formed. So what we say that combination of two ground state ethylene molecules, they cannot result in the formation of ground state cyclobutane while conserving the orbital symmetry. That is, I mean, you start from the ground state and end up in excited state. It means that this reaction cannot happen thermally, because the electrons should go to the ground state again if we are starting from the like ground state. So in this case this reaction shouldn't occur thermally. This reaction can only happen if we like the source, you can say the thing is igniting or sparking this reaction is the irradiation. So if we irradiate this sample or reaction mixture and then we get the product, then we can only get product if this is like photochemical reaction, because the electrons end up in psi 3 star. So what we say that if there is a correlation between the first excited state of ethylene molecule and cyclobutane, so we get this type of system, that is psi1 square, psi2, psi3 star, and then we are talking about the like excited state of one molecule. So excited state of these ethylene molecules convert to psi1 square, like sigma 1 square, sigma 2, sigma 3 star. It means that this reaction excited state end up in excited state of cyclobutane. So it means that this photochemical reaction is symmetrically allowed. Basically these two things, that is the conversion of like psi1 square, psi2 square to sigma 2, sigma 1 square, sigma 3 star square. So these can be better understood if you look at the like correlation diagram we studied in the previous slide. In that case you can make a comparison that how if you place electrons in the ground states of ethylene molecules and they go to the like we correlated like psi2 to the psi3, so it means that it only can go to the excited state. So it means that this type of correlation is not favorable. But if you talk about the first excited state of ethylene molecule, so it means that psi1 square has 2 electrons, and then in case of the next 2 electrons, one shall be residing in psi2 and the other shall be in psi3, so it star. So these 2 electrons are placed separately. It can be triplet state. So from this excited state, if you interact draw the like correlate it with the product orbitals, then we get this psi1 square, sigma 1 square, sigma 2, sigma 3 star. So it means that again we have this excited state. So this is how we can say from these correlation diagrams that photochemical process is symmetrically allowed, because now we have excited state converting to excited state. Okay, so this is how we are going to state the Woodward-Hoffmann rule for cycloaddition reaction. Basically we have studied Woodward-Hoffmann rule for cycloaddition reaction before too. So here this is how they are stated for the cycloaddition reaction. So we already know that first we have to consider the pi electronic system interacting through suprafacial way and pi electronic system interacting through anterafacial way. So after locating these two components, we make a sum of them, and then if the component sum is odd, then we say that this reaction is like it is allowed thermal ground state. Pericyclic change is allowed if it is symmetrically allowed too. So this is how thermal reactions are like stated through Woodward-Hoffmann rule. So when we talk about the photochemical change or photochemical reaction, we say a pericyclic change is first electronically excited state is symmetrically allowed only when the total number of 4q plus 2 suprafacial component and 4 are anterafacial component. This is even. So these like it is a similar way that we have 4 and pi electronic system, because in this case the electronic pair they are even in number, but in case of 4n plus 2 pi electronic system, the electronic pairs they are odd in number. So we have in this case we are going to consider the suprafacial component and anterafacial component separately. So we have to make the like sure that the component sum is odd in case of thermal reaction and even in case of photochemical reaction. So we have one example here, that is the 4n plus like 4 plus 2 cycloaddition reaction. First what we do that the rules are the same when we like studied them in case of Woodward-Hoffmann rules. So first we start with the reaction itself. We draw the general mechanism of reaction, that in this case we show the like the movement of electron is shown by the electrons or the arrows. We have it here like butadiene reacting with like ethylene molecule here, and then we get cyclohexene here. What we do that we choose the components for this reaction. We already know that how to make the component designations here, because we count the number of electrons. If they are pi electronic system, we designate it as pi and then write the number of pi electrons with that. That is the in cyclobutadiene case. Butadiene case we have 4 electrons, so we write it as pi 4 system. But how we can write it as 4r, because this is like it comes in the 4 pi electronic system, we write it as 4r here. So in the butene, oh sorry, in the case of ethylene molecule, you can say that the two component reaction, we write it as pi 2, and also we can write it as 4q plus 2 system. What we do that we write these orbitals with the orbitals at the end of the component, that is the interacting orbitals only. So we write these orbitals in the three-dimensional way, and then we try to connect these molecules together by the way the components come together. So this is how we can write the pi 4 component and pi 2 component together. So what we do next, that we join the components where new bonds are formed. Like in this case, the new bond formed is the sigma bond here. So we write these components together and make the connections like where the new bonds are formed. And in this case, we are not considering the orbital signs. So what we do next is that how these components can interact together. Like if you talk about the new bonds are formed, we can make the interaction through supra, or we can make the interaction through interfacial way. In this case, these components can easily interact through supra-supra interaction. Like we have that shall be very easy for these orbitals to approach each other. So we write it as pi 4s and sigma pi 2 star s. So in this case, we say that these like molecules, they are interacting together, and this is very equivalent to like in case of pi 2, we say that 4q plus 2, where q is 0, so this is basically 2 electronic system. So how we count the number of 4q plus 2s or 4r component, we say that number of 4q plus 2s component is 1, and then number of 4r interfacial component, because there is no orbital that is interacting in interfacial way, we write it as 0. So in this case, total number is odd, so we say that this reaction is basically thermally allowed. So the other example we have here is like the interaction of two ethylene components, and then they react together to form cyclobutane. So in this case, we have one system that is pi 2 and the other system is pi 2. We have 4q plus 2 system and 4q plus 2 system. Again, q is the one which is 0 here. So in this case, this is pi 2s and pi 2s. We are saying that supra-supra interaction can help to obtain cyclobutane. So in this case, number of 4q plus 2s component, this is 2, and 4r component, that is the interacting in interfacial way, it is 0. The total sum, it comes out to be 2, that is even. So we say that this type of reaction is photochemically allowed. Why? Because we already concluded that the sum of 4q plus 2 and 4r component, that is supra and entera component, if it comes out to be even number, then we say that this one is photochemically allowed reaction. Basically, these are the references I used for this lecture, but you can easily get this lecture from the 79 page to 85 page of Think book, the last book mentioned here. And I have an assignment for you, that I want you to explain the Woodward-Hoffmann rule for the cycloaddition reaction of two ethylene molecules. Basically, we have studied in this reaction too, but it's better if you can write and explain these interactions in your own words.